it's Lisa here. So this is another video of the video mini-series I'm doing about the 9 self-love practices you should start today. And today is the third and the final part of it. So let's start. So the first thing I want to talk about is to stop comparing yourself to others. Because when we tend to compare ourselves to other people, then we tend to compare our weaknesses to other people's strengths. Or we maybe see one positive thing we maybe like about this other person, but we also don't see a bunch of negative things that might be wrong with them as well. And in this way, the whole view that you have about this person is very fragmented and it's not realistic. For example, when you see that someone has that quote-unquote perfect body and you only focus on that aspect of them and think that this is all there is to it. But very often what you see is only a tip of an iceberg. A person with that perfect body could very well suffer from an eating disorder or be trapped in dieting and restriction. They may struggle with binge eating, food obsession, and even when they are thin, they actually might still hate their bodies. Because body image issues can be present no matter a person's body size, because it's a mental thing, not a physical one. Or, for example, you see someone's perfect picture on social media about their perfect life, and you think it must mean that they have their life together and everything figured out. But in reality, it's just one picture. Just 1 millisecond of a clip of their existence. A picture doesn't represent the whole person or their whole lives. It offers only an extremely limited source of information. They could have relationship issues or health issues or problems with their mental health. They may appear happy, but on the background suffer from depression, for example. These are some things you don't see from the picture. So remember that there is always more going on that meets the eye. So in terms of stopping comparing yourself to others, what I want you to start practicing is that whenever you notice yourself comparing yourself to others, then always remember that there is more than meets the eye. Meaning that what you see is often tip of the iceberg and you're not seeing the whole picture. And secondly, because I think so much of comparison happens because of the social media and what we are exposed to on a daily basis, then I really recommend you to start kind of looking into your social media and who you're following and also like how do they make you feel. If they make you feel bad about you, then unfollow them and instead follow people who you truly connect with and who make you feel good about you. And down below in the video description, I can also add one blog post I have done on how to stop comparing yourself to others, so you can read that as well. And the second thing in this video I want to talk about is meeting your own needs, because everybody has needs. Some things we need in order to be happy and loved and feel content. And it would be great if other people could meet our needs, but unfortunately they can't. And if you wait for other people to meet your needs before you can feel happy, then you're gonna forever keep on waiting. So instead, know that you can start to meet your own needs. Whatever you want other people to say to you, say it to yourself. Whatever you want other people to do for you, do it for yourself. And if you want to hear others to praise you, for others to say something encouraging to you, then start to praise yourself. Start to say something nice about yourself. Start to compliment yourself. Or if you want others to accept you just as you are, then start with accepting yourself as you are. Start to work on your self-acceptance first. Because think about it, we often want other people to do something for us that we can't even do for us ourselves. And plus, if you wait for others to do something for you, you give all your power away to other people. Because if your happiness is dependent on what other people say to you or what other people do for you, then you will forever be unhappy, because this is something you can't control. You can't control what other people might do or say. You can only control you. So if you want others to comfort you when you feel sad, for example, start to comfort yourself. Take care of yourself. Be there for yourself. Very often we want others to comfort us while we continue to criticize ourselves. So it doesn't even make sense. And if you want others to tell you that they love you, then you can actually start to tell yourself that you love yourself. And yes, it might take some time to get to that point, but you can start to practice that unconditional self-love. Which brings me actually to my next point. Start to practice unconditional self-love. And for many people, self-love can feel like a very foreign subject, or they may even feel very uncomfortable thinking or talking about self-love. But for me, there's a huge difference. For example, like loving myself because I think like I'm better than everybody else, or for more like superficial reasons, or from loving myself unconditionally through my good and my bad days, and for accepting myself just as I am. To me, those are like two different concepts. And I would say the last type of love is part of our primary needs. And yes, again, it would be great if other people can constantly tell us that they love us. But if your ability to feel love is only dependent on other people, then you end up starving yourself from love, what we all need. As I said, it's one of our primary needs. But the good thing is, as with my last point, you can meet that need for yourself with offering yourself the unconditional self-love. And for me, unconditional self-love doesn't mean that I feel good about myself every day, but it means that I love myself even when I don't feel good about myself every day. It's like when you have a child, you don't love them only when they behave nicely or they are in a good mood, but you love them even when they are crying and screaming, just because they are your child. It's unconditional love, meaning that there is no conditions that have to be met in order for you to love them. You love them with their good and their bad. They can stay who they are, they can still learn and grow and make mistakes, but you still love them regardless. And this type of love gives person the freedom to be exactly who they are and feel that it's okay to express and experience everything life has to offer without fear of losing that love. It's unconditional, so it's always there. So unconditional love for me means that there's nothing I need to do in order to earn it or to get it, but I just have it. And just as I know that I am worthy, universe didn't make a mistake by creating me, I also know that I am worthy of unconditional love and also to unconditionally love myself. I don't need to earn it, I don't need to do something to have it, I don't need to work for it. I can just love myself unconditionally because this is what I'm worthy of just by being alive and existing. And also, I don't need anybody else to give it to me. I can actually give it to myself. So my sense of unconditional self-love, it doesn't depend on other people, what they do or say to me. It actually only depends on me. And this is the ultimate source of power, I would say, because this is something nobody can take away from me. So this is it for the little mini video series, and I really hope you enjoyed these 3 videos, and you can let me know what you think in the comments. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!